My name is Zoe Scofield, and I am a choreographer and dancer and artist. I see myself as a very passionate, very opinionated, I'm pretty optimistic and constantly wanting more and grow, constantly like needing to go and travel and do more and digging deeper into it, into everything. So, just dropping everything down, closing your eyes, and starting with that feeling of your bones, shaking everything off, making all the junk. I first discovered dance because I have an older sister, and she was taking dance, like how all, I guess, 6-year-olds take dance. And at the end of the year, they had the recital, the little pink tutus that you would pull on. And I, of course, I think I was probably like 3, 4, was obsessed with it and loved it. So I just made the connection that if I went to ballet class, then I would get the pink tutu at the end of the year. I actually didn't want to run a dance company or have a dance company or anything like that. It kind of all came about very organically. We started in 2005 in the Northwest New Works Festival out on the boards, and we made a short piece. And then just things started happening. We went out to Jacob's Pillow, and we did Bumbershoot, and it was just like, well, we're a company. Like, it just sort of started happening and getting pushed into that realm. Choosing the dancers that I work with is a pretty involved process. It's just people who are really willing to not just work physically very hard, but really emotionally and sort of mentally invest themselves in this process and not just show up to rehearsal and be sort of this automaton and like, okay, what's the movement? What do you want me to do? Good, keep going, keep going. Hey, keep going, sorry. Someone could have like stunning technique, but if there's no like, you know, fire or no like juiciness about what they do, or this like intelligence of how they move their body and this awareness and this desire to continue to grow, then it's just not what I'm interested in. I used to have teachers who'd be like, tone it down, you know. It's a bit much, and sometimes it is, and it's not appropriate for everything, totally, you know. It's also why I never would have made it as a ballet dancer. Just never, couldn't stay in line. But I guess I just feel like if you're gonna do something, if I'm gonna put myself through like physically rigorous things, then I better do it all the way. And I want to feel very intensely every time I move and dance. So the way our work comes about is that Morgan Henderson does the music. He composes the music and then plays most of it. And Juniper Shui, he and I are like, we have the concepts for it and direct it, and then he does more of the visual and video aspect of it. I think they all three, the dance, the music, and the visuals, all three run in tandem from the beginning. The new piece that we're working on that'll premiere next year in the fall of '07 is, the title's not totally set yet, but we're thinking about The Devil You Know is better than the devil you don't. There's definitely not like a narrative to it. It's more of sort of this maybe abstraction of ideas or feelings or situations. It kind of really came out of my fascination of groups and identity and norms and sort of kind of what's going on in our world right now, mainly. I guess this feeling of loss of being able to think for yourself. It's always an interesting thing to me when people ask, like, well, what was that about and what did it mean? And to me, I think it's more pertinent to ask them, well, what did you think it was about? Or not even so much what did you think it was about, but what did it mean and feel to you? And what are you thinking about now? I remember very distinctly going to see like B.B. Miller or like Alvin Ailey or Baryshnikov with Trilotharp when I was a little kid. And these being these sort of mind-blowing experiences for me. You know, if it can give people something to think about and something to feel, and maybe it expresses or jogs something in their own life, in their own world or memory, then that's great. That's totally what I want.